That's not part of any. Well, actually,
You
that's
shut
a
your mouth, I'm
specific
haggling
thing
here,
to
man.
say. It's not part of most deals.
What did you say,
Uh,
Madman? What were
No,
you trying to haggle with him when he's...
He wants more money. Hazard pay.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
now is a
no,
good
Hazard
time,
pay.
actually.
Erden
Hazard pay, man.
ignores you and runs back inside.
Well, I'm inside. That's why I'm saying when he gets inside.
He's not
I
in... No.
Okay,
He's
shut-
not in
okay.
the cockpit.
He's not
Okay.
coming into the cockpit. He's hiding off in the
Okay.
hold.
Okay.
Mhm.
I ask him if he's injured, or
You
does he
just
look injured?
whisper that,
Yeah, I just whisper that to.
and yeah. And that's it. Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, I,
Yeah.
I don't expect them to answer, but I know they can fucking hear me.
Mhm.
Is the guy injured?
Erden?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, okay, let's...
Go look at
Curtis
this
heads to the star.
star.
I will have Detect Magic on as I walk up to it.
Yeah, and Fraud will drag the dude out. Like, oh, well, you wanted the star. Here's the star. Look at the fucking star. Apparently, it was all worth it.
Erden composes himself, gets off the ship, and goes to the star as everybody's gathered around it. You use Detect Magic on it, and it is absolutely magical. It is radiating with magic. It is the very essence of magic, in fact.
I have my familiar touch it as I identify.
As you touch it, you begin to see the red crystal begin to bubble and melt away as you're trying to identify it.
I stop.
It stops melting away.
Fucking hell, it's got like some sort of anti-identify on it. That's interesting. Is it psionic? I look to Ilix.
My
there a
tentacles
way?
twitch because I don't have a good answer.
Hmm.
I can go up and... Has anybody touched this?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
When
I
I
will-
tried to identify it, it
Okay,
started
when you
melting.
identify. I will try my version of identify. I don't know if it'll come up anything better or not.
I mean, you actually like learn shit about this thing, like see from its perspective.
Yeah, and I'm just trying
Yeah,
to figure
but
out if I've ever
only
seen
the last
anything like
24 hours. It's been under a whale for 24 hours.
True, yeah.
It's very dark. It's
The only
very
thing I
dark
get is
everywhere.
blubbering.
Yeah, you just darkness. You just get darkness.
Okay, I get nothing.
You get nothing.
How about this? I have stone cunning. Can I figure out what kind of crystal this is?
Ooh.
I got roll, sure, but
Yeah, go ahead, roll a history check.
okay. You guys
Arcana?
want to see my?
my
Yeah,
you guys
my,
want to?
my arcana there, Doc, was to try to figure out if I've seen anything like this before.
Sorry, Arcana or history?
It says history check.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't described it yet. So let me describe it, and then
Okay.
I'll tell you guys what's going on. It is a giant red crystal, seemingly almost man-cut, because it looks to be perfectly aligned, like a ruby, like a giant red ruby. Like this in Skype, or let me put it in Roll20 as well, just to make sure.
It's the Imcron crystal.
And you actually look And deep set inside of the ruby is what appears to be a rod of metal. You don't know what type of metal it is, but you can obviously see that it is not wood. It is not.
I have a bad
Is,
feeling
is
about
it easy
this.
to ident? Hang on. Sorry, continue. My bad.
And the bubbling that has happened has sort of reverted it into its natural ruby-like state, and it's sort of peeled itself away.
Like the ruby's been damaged?
It's sort of peeling, yeah,
Like it
and
was starting to melt
peeling
away
back.
from the rod.
it's peeling back and moving away from the rod.
If we touch
Is
it,
the
if we touch
rod-
it again, does it continue to melt?
Correct, yes, it does.
I'm gonna first
Revealing
of all
the rod.
before we reveal the rod, is there any historical or religious significance of a giant red cut crystal or a white rod stuck inside? Can we try and find that out?
Oh, hang on. That's
Yeah,
supposed to be
roll history.
that's supposed to be a
Oh,
14.
okay.
Or
Oh.
religion.
That's a 15. I mean, that's a 15.
That's a 15.
I actually have
Okay.
advantage on
Am I
religion.
able to get anything from my Arcana earlier?
From
though?
your Arcana check, you know that this thing is radiating power from the rod. It is not radiating power from the
ruby is just
itself.
protecting it.
The
Yeah,
ruby
and-
is protecting it. Correct.
And maybe
Not a
we
very
should.
good protection if it's melting away when you touch it.
I mean, maybe we should
Depends on where it's
talk to the
protecting it
guy.
from.
Yeah, and maybe we should talk to the guy before we melt the thing.
I'm not. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Yes.
You guys are touching it.
I want
No,
to
I'm
melt,
not. I'm studying it.
I want to melt enough away that I can clearly see the rod.
Okay. You melt enough away that you can clearly see the rod. It is a rod of what looks to be steel with various holes throughout the entirety of its being, basically.
So is it a rod or is it a flute?
It looks like a flute.
Any religious significance to any of these? Are there 25?
Religious. You rolled. Did you roll? You rolled
He
it
rolled.
twice.
He rolled.
I have advantage.
You have. How do you have advantage?
Expertise on religion.
That's
You
not
don't get-
advantage.
You don't get
You don't.
advantage.
You get double your
Yeah.
proficiency. You don't
You
get
get double
advantage.
your proficiency.
Never mind then. 20.
Okay, 20. You know that in various sort of religious depictions that there have been a number of items of significant importance that have dropped from the sky throughout entirety of history. Usually these items are said to be from the gods themselves. And are of great power.
But no stories of a rod with holes in it?
No, not specifically, no.
Okay.
Do I get something from my history check?
You know that is definitely a very rare type of specific ruby called blood ruby.
Blood ruby.
A
blood
magical ruby.
Any special
Now-
properties?
Melts when touched.
Yeah.
Does not
Okay.
melt when touched. No, that is actually not correct. It doesn't actually do that. It just seems that the blood ruby did that in accordance to the rod or the magic item that is next to it. It seems as though this is a part of a magical ritual in some way.
Can we No, we couldn't identify the ritual.
what did Alex get from his memory thing?
Dark under a
Darkness.
whale.
Darkness.
I got darkness.
Unfortunate.
You melt it, and you see it is in fact a flute.
I could attempt something, but
What was the name of our boss? Or
The merchants earning
yeah,
fog. Ernie
Fox.
is looking at it like
Yeah.
he has no idea what's going on.
Yeah. So what do you want to do with it?
Take it. Yes,
I assume he would wish to study.
I would love to study it. I have no idea what it is, but it is extremely magic.
It's
So,
a flute.
There are quite many musical gods, as I'm sure you're aware.
I've heard of these flutes. They blow them and it makes a sound.
In fact, I believe there's an entire sphere dedicated to them.
Stupid
Yes, and
sphere.
most of them are drunken idiots. A lot of fun to hang
Oh,
out
I
with
like this
people.
now. So should I pick it up with the ship, or how? What do we do?
It's a
Can use a
flute.
grappling hook.
You don't pick it up with a ship.
No, the stone.
The stone, when you melt Star Ruby, does it condense into basically just a liquid? Or does it
No,
condense further
it's-
into...
It's actually melting and then reforming into what appears to be like almost a refined rock around the base of the rod. So it's peeling back like a flower, and the
So could
petals
you,
are
like-
actually moving around the way.
Okay.
So you can basically take the rod and then
Keep the ruby.
keep the ruby chunks.
Cool, yeah. Let's just do that then. We'll... I mean, he'll want to study the flute, and he can take one of the chunks to study if he really wants, but
Yeah.
it should be our...
Yeah,
Bleh.
when he's saying, you know, take it and study it and all of this, I reach in and grab the flute and hand it to him.
As soon as you grab the flute,
Oh no.
You die.
I expected something to happen.
It's never easy, man.
memories
Damn.
begin to flash into your head.
Did
Memories
I party
of
with this guy? Shit.
memories of what appears to be creation itself. And though you were there for it, it has become hazy
Of course,
over the
yeah.
years.
It was a long time ago, and I've got a mortal brain now.
And you actually see the gods creating things and molding things. And then your mind flashes to a specific god, Ali Damara.
Gesundheit.
And he crafts this flute. And he names it his ultimate helm and casts it into space.
Shit.
What? What?
No, I get it. It's taking a wild guess, but when you said ultimate helm, this is probably a flute that pilots Spelljammers.
No. That pilots the Spelljammer.
Oh, one of the Spelljammers, okay.
Well, there's only ever one at a time.
I won't get into it, semantics.
There's only ever one the Spelljammer at a time. There are others
Again,
that are growing
semantics.
into it, but yeah.
So you pick it up and stare at it like,
Yeah,
for
I
like,
kind of stare at it for a minute, and then I kind of sigh and I go, "Oh, Ali, Why is this here now?
I think the captain hit his head, and I kind of turned the ship around very quickly. I might have hit something.
It's not Ali Damara. It's Ali Damara, as with an O.
Oh, well, sorry, I mistyped it, but yeah.
Yeah, I put his 1d4 Chan wiki in there.
Yeah.
You want to look at him.
Oh, tomorrow, yeah.
Ali Damara can make dick jokes at a plus 73 modifier.
But
I love 1d4 Chan. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say. And then I just
Do I
kinda stare at it
recognize-
for a minute.
I assume I recognize the name. It's the same pantheon as Vecna. And I say, Captain, is there something the matter?
I turn and look at the guy that's that we were here because he sent us here. And I say to him, I hold it out and I say, you wanted to examine this.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's Ollie Demora's flute. Study it by all means, but it's too dangerous to keep here.
His eyes open wide and he goes, very well. Could you protect me for a day? Just at my stead, and I'll decide what to do with it after.
I kind of nod and I say, just don't play it. Unless you want the entire world dancing to his tune. It makes a great party, but it doesn't always end well.
Thrall holds his breath.
He nods slowly and begins to walk back to the ship with it in his hands.
So you guys do that, and I'm just gonna try to stack these stones, and I'm gonna try to hold
So,
and
the room
carry.
itself is turned into a number of different rocks,
Yeah,
like boulder-sized, basically.
yeah. Thrall's trying to carry as many as possible, like balancing some on his chin. Like, all right, I got this.
Or rather, basketball-sized, I
Got
should
this.
say. Yeah. So you start stacking them and putting them to the ship.
Yeah, get our patron back to the ship somewhere where he can study the flute, and then yeah, load the rocks.
Oh, way ahead of you, Captain.
And you guys basically load the rocks and get them on, and he starts studying it in one of the rooms in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys basically go over to him, he completely ignores you, and he's just studying it with magnifying glasses, studying it with scrolls that he sees, like that he has in his pouch.
I tend to hover. I'm not saying anything, I'm not interfering, but I'm watching.
Okay. You also see that he is using the identify spell on it. He looks very frustrated when he ends the identify spell.
Yeah,
I kind of
could-
just
could-
shake my head and chuckle when he tries that.
I'm gonna use the place of the dead roads.
So while flying, Thrall says
boy.
again, "Oh, I have this bad feeling again. What is this?"
Oh,
Okay.
Fuck me.
You sit
But-
down in your room.
But
No thanks, Casey.
But but it requires you to be cryptic and make something up. So, just for the sake of consistency, we'll do it like say at the end of the session. But I'm just telling you now that
Well, I mean,
Curtis
if
will
the-
be doing it.
If the ship explodes because of it, I mean, that case.
But I'm just letting you know. I'm using it, but it's going to be at the end of the session because it takes just so long to get through.
Okay, you'll do it at the end of the session. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie, that we couldn't, get you in on
No, it was my fault, Jamie. Sorry.
But yeah. But we'll get you next week. So
If I ever roll that bad again, I'm legitimately killing my character and starting over. Because
Seeker summons the place of the dead roads, and when he gets there, Jamie's sat on a rock trying to hitchhike.
Like, I've been waiting. Shit.
I've been stuck here for 5 years. Can you please get me a ride? That would be worrying. That would be very worrying.
Yeah.
yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. So where do you guys take the ship? Back to the town?
No, just hover.
Just hover and wait for him to do his work.
We're better
I'll
off well
cruise.
away from people while he's studying this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So we are. Yeah, I would say we are. Like, if this is the planet and the city is here, we're kind of here.
Got
So
it.
we're not above the city. We are a little bit off from it. So if a ship were to approach us, it would be like out of the ordinary because it's
Yeah.
not going towards the city.
Low orbit, over the ocean, well away from everything.
Yeah.
Do you guys all take a long rest? I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Actually, I
I haven't done
probably
anything.
won't, because
You won't.
I'm watching what's going on.
Oh, and I'm flying, so I shouldn't either.
I take
I
one.
imagine
yeah.
first,
You
I snap at
eventually
my
come
badness.
to, Orca.
First, oh my god, I have to pee so much. I just spent 10 minutes, most of 10 minutes eating snow.
Yeah, you're an
Yep,
idiot.
it's just-
I don't know why you did that. That's a very weird reaction to seeing what
Uh,
I saw.
My
there.
bladder is about to implode. First, I am taking the bathroom for
You take the
anyone who
bath-
is in it. I will pull
take
you
that-
out.
Speaking of that, though, I will actually be right back.
Okay.
And then I'm like, what happened? Because I get the feeling I don't remember anything other than
You
snow.
do not remember anything. It all went black, and then
Well, white snow.
yeah.
It all went white. Yeah, so I would
Oh, what?
get questions for that.
Is anybody gonna tell him? Explain what's
I mean,
going on?
Thrall will
Oh yeah,
take-
Gertis will if
Okay,
no
go
one
ahead.
else does,
Okay.
or Thrall, because you will
Thrall,
actually roleplay.
Thrall will just berate him for eating snow instead of fighting. So if he wants information, it will come from Gertis.
Okay.
I will go to Gertis then.
Yeah, he informs you of everything that happened, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Sadly, you did not see Frost slap the shit out of me while trying to slap me out of it, because you were paralyzed at the time.
Correct.
So I don't know about that.
Okay, I guess I'll fill him in a little bit, like between the insults.
Okay.
Like,
Did
oh, you
you-
couldn't pour water out of the boot, couldn't you? And by the way, there were tentacles.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do, because I have nothing else to do. I don't even need the long rest. Because I didn't do anything.
That's true. You are stricken by insanity. But everybody basically either takes a long rest or takes a short rest and just sort of hangs.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I mean, is he wanting to go back to his lab or anything, or is he fine just studying it here?
He would like to, but he understands if you guys would rather.
I mean, we could grab his shit, right?
Yeah.
And if it helps, he'll probably pay us more if we treat him nice.
Yeah.
Yes, he would.
Yeah,
Well-
if anything, can't he just study it, like, in ship, and if he comes to the conclusion, I can't fix this without my shit, then we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character would try to avoid directly saying it, but if pushed on it, he would basically hint at the point that he would rather not this guy get this thing in town and decide to do a runner on us with it.
Right. Because even if he's not intentionally wanting to, this is an ancient artifact of a deity.
Yeah.
It's kind of got its own mind. I speak from experience.
Yeah,
Do you want someone to watch him? Ben?
well, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, you're watching him.
The captain is just kind of hovering. He's not interfering, like I said. He's kind of staying at the doorway or in the hall, but he's watching. He's seeing what's going on. He's observing. He's just being aware of what's going on while this thing's on the ship.
And Ilex is
I
sleeping,
know
right?
this guy. He's really slippery.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna eat ramen later. I'm really hungry.
This guy takes 8 hours. Really studies the entire time. You see him put things inside of the flute. You see him. He doesn't use the flute, but he just sort of look at it, study it, look at his books, look at his scrolls, look at it. And he does take out a scroll eventually and uses another spell on it, which he looks quite pleased when he does.
Can I identify Can identify be used to identify a spell, or is that like an Arcana check?
It would be Arcana check.
$20?
Legend lore.
Okay, cool. So he's just got information about Ali Dama or stuff like
Ali
that.
Damara and
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
correct.
he's like, Ole Dammer can make a dick joke at plus 73. Shit,
Huh.
that's cool.
He knows up to 273 dick jokes.
Oh my god, this guy's good.
He creates them.
Also, I can't help but laugh.
This is
at
not
the
helped
fact
by his
that
40 levels in innuendos.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention that.
I can't help
Can't help
but
but
laugh
laugh,
at the
but-
fact that you summoned chaos while we were sat on top of the flute of the god of chaos.
Hindsight
Yep.
is 2020 and all that.
You know, maybe there
Well,
was
you know,
something-
it turned out well, okay? He's also lucky, so it turned out well for us.
It didn't turn out well. We had to kill something that was worth more than the rest of you combined.
We
Well-
didn't kill it. The
Yeah,
tentacles did.
your shipmate guy on the harpoon did. He killed it.
Yeah, you should kill Roderick, if anyone. Roderick. Case is like, actually, that's a good idea. Ship off the ship.
Well, it wouldn't be just Roderick if I was going to start killing people for blame, but
You can kill me, I'm flying the ship.
And I ate snow for 10 minutes, so... What did I do?
Eventually he finishes, and he asks if he could speak to you privately, Captain.
by all means. He will see a look on my face like I was expecting this.
He goes into the office with you and shuts the door. He basically asks. He basically says, "I have studied it long and hard, and I found out what it is. At least it's
What I told you it was.
seeming. Yes, it seems to be some sort of artifact from the god Ali Damara. It seems as if it's connected to an entity. I'm not quite sure what entity, but through the spells and studying, it has great power.
That it does.
But that power I cannot use.
Few should.
You know I really want to sell this. I would make the most money I've ever seen in my entire life. Perhaps if I found an arcane.
And perhaps you would spend the rest of your days dancing for the person you sold it to.
Perhaps I would. Quite honestly, I never thought coming in here that it would be something like this. And he holds it out towards you. Take it. If you are what you say you are, you're the perfect fit for it. And let Ali Damara torment you forever. And he smiles.
I reach my hand out and I take it from him. And I spend the next few minutes telling him the tale of a party that happened thousands of years ago, where I watched Ollie Demaro play this flute in order to entertain the crowd. And in doing so, caused an entire sphere to dance along to the sound of the music.
It was a damn good song.
He just sort of nods and laughs and says, "Then I want nothing to do with it. Now, if you could, bring me back to my home so I can continue on my work."
Of course. Do you want any of the stone that was that encased the flute to study?
Yes, perhaps one. One ought to do.
Of course. And as we leave the office, I will locate Thrall and tell him we're heading back to the city to drop off our good friend.
Right away, Captain.
Yep. The flute goes into my jacket pocket or my vest pocket. An inner pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sure. It's gonna be safe there, isn't it?
A pocket that is well protected from pickpocketing or anything of that nature.
It has a mouse trap.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
There's some rubber bands on it to snap if anyone puts a hand in there, and yeah.
As you put it into your jacket pocket, you begin to hear just the faintest sound of the flute being played in your ear, your inner ear. And you hear almost the laughter in the background.
Crazy.
I kind of, as I put it in the pocket and as I hear this, I kind of close my eyes and I smile and I say, Ollie, I don't know why you sent this here, but I'll happily trade you.
And you guys take him back to the village, whereupon he takes one big chunk of redstone and says his goodbyes.
Thrall cries a little bit.
Pays us.
And pays us, yes. Pays you. 3,000 gold. I believe that was what it was.
Casey, you're filling it in.
I will fill it in.
And how many ruby stones? 35. Cool. Fist size? Like boulder size, I
There
think.
was 10. They are basketball sized. There was 10.
Nice. Like
Uh,
basketball size. So like
basketball
this?
sized.
Yeah,
Yes.
like medicine ball.
Exactly.
So we have 9 basketball-sized blood rubies.
Correct. They are not chiseled.
Can
They
I
are-
do?
Sort of like melted and
Yeah, natural,
natural.
not.
Yeah.
yes.
Could I do a stone cutting roll to see to maybe appraise how much one of these could be worth? Like even raw or like
Yeah, go ahead.
Worked on.
History.
I see. I realized if it's related to stone, I have expertise in it, which is fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, which is. I do have an advantage, right? Because I really like things.
You will imagine that just one of these is worth about 10,000 gold, depending on who you're selling it to.
Nice.
Some arcane jeweler. Oh, I know he's dead. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you know that biggest and most popular arcane jeweler? No, never mind.
Oh no, he died last spring. Did you hear?
Smash.
He got squashed.
Buy
No, no.
buy
They never
a
confirmed he was
tentacle
dead. They just knew he was missing.
Yeah, buy a Cthulhu monster.
Ilix, do you know if this Mercer fellow will, I don't know, tell people about us having the flute?
I'm sure he will tell everyone he knows because humans are that way. They're just always
You're
trying
right.
to impress others.
All of them are stupid.
Yes.
Looking at Roderick. While we're on the subject, could we liquidize these fine stones and maybe do some upgrades to the ship?
With stone?
No, we
Liquidate
sell them
Oh,
for
we
gold.
need an entire
As a-
shipyard to upgrade our ship.
Yeah, and we sell the stones for things.
Not here. This is a backwater planet, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We need to go to a place that we actually can do it at.
Yeah, we'll need to hold on to them until we get somewhere that we can sell them properly.
Yeah. Basically, I want to go to a big shipyard and trade them for parts. Or at least sell them and then use gold for
Yeah, we'll do
upgrading
that
the
at a
ship.
shipyard, which we can
Yeah.
go
Sure,
to.
sure. I'm
if
just
we
saying that
start-
we need to find one.
Yeah, let's go ahead and chart it out. Pilot.
Yeah, where
out those flight
else
paths.
do we have missions on offer that also has a shipyard?
But keep in mind, it would take some time for...
Oh no, I'm well aware of that. Yeah.
Gertis brings up a rumor he heard, which is the rumor, Doc, that you gave me of the book. Can you relay it to him, please?
What was the rumor again?
Oh, fuck. It was the one with the local rebellion being led by the wizard.
That's correct. There seems to be some sort of rebellion being led due to the circumstances of a book, basically, being in possession and being used to insurrect a rebellion.
Which seems like a very profitable venture. If you're interested. Oh, or we could fight a lich. Do you wanna fight a lich?
Nah.
No, he doesn't say that in character. But he does tell you about the rumor.
Okay.
And then he also lists the jobs out too.
Just throw water on them. What?
I assume you're looking at that.
That's witch,
Casey.
not lich.
Are you looking at the jobs, Casey?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what... A lot of these don't list a sphere.
All the same.
I assume we have the sphere, since it was jobs
You
of
do,
note.
yeah.
Yeah. I will actually bring up the rumor doesn't... We need to find more about that rumor, basically.
Where are we
So
on the map?
You'll keep...
We're there.
You guys are in Patria space, yes.
So what other... Because all of these don't have spheres, Doctor. What others are nearby to us now?
Well,
Cass?
Cass
Cass.
is nearby, yes.
Yeah,
You could go back to
from
Cass.
Grom onto Cass.
Well, yeah, but
I'm
we
just
don't have
knowing
it.
this from memory, I think.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not asking
We're talking
about
about
where...
jobs, Jamie.
Yeah, we have a list of quests, that a list of jobs that we could look
Oh,
into.
yeah, I think I saw that one.
But not all of them list what sphere they're in. So I'm asking, of those, which ones are in nearby spheres?
Oh.
I
Roll one,
don't have
pass
the
one.
link for the map. Can someone help me out?
Yeah, it's in the chat if you scroll up.
It goes Patria, then Grom, then Brawl.
I'll link it again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what the nearby spheres are. I don't know what
Yeah.
spheres these missions are in. That's what I'm asking Dr. Cross-reference.
Brawl's big enough that one of those is bound to be.
There are
Really
two.
cool.
An elf named Finte seeks a company of adventurers to rescue the Lady Enor from the brigands of a comet port near Nithspace.
Right.
A priest named Parazzo seeks a company of adventurers to recover a valued family heirloom from the brigands of the Incan jungle in Nithspace.
If asked for, I would like to do the mission with the priest.
Where is Nith space in relation to us?
It's
two-
above
Oh, it's a couple
Rome.
spheres
Yeah.
over.
No,
It's above Rome.
it's one sphere over.
Yeah.
We're
Wait,
going...
wait,
Two,
Patria.
because
It's
two
upstream
is
to
jump.
us.
It's upstream, but it's one sphere across, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
2 jumps.
No, it's one.
One. We in Patria.
We're only one. It's
Oh,
only-
we're in Patria. I thought we were in
Yeah.
Grom.
No,
Oh,
we're in
no.
Patria.
J.
Where else?
And is there a shipyard or a
6.
docks in Nith space?
There is, yes.
Okay.
A good
Big
one?
shipyard.
Okay, there is a shipyard there, so we could actually look at changing ships if we wanted to as well.
We don't
Yeah.
want to change ship. What are you saying, Captain?
This ship is pathetic.
It's
We
pretty
wanna-
shitty.
We want to make a good,
Actually, there's
make a
2
fine.
jobs in... Guys, there's 2 jobs in this space.
that's what
There's
Doc
about
was
be
just
on
saying,
different
Oh, okay.
planets, so
I
Yeah,
guess
so
we're
I
decided
think
then.
that's where we head then.
Which one are we doing first, though? Rescuing or recovering?
A rescue is usually more urgent than a recovery.
Okay.
Which
Alright,
pays
but
more.
these jobs are already over a week old.
Yeah, so if we get there and there's already been a rescue, then
Yeah, she could very well either be gone or already rescued.
Okay. Fly off.
yep, off we
Okay.
go.
You go towards Nithspace. So, basically, the way that the flow goes, it is predominantly going to the south from Nith towards Patria.
We're going against.
So
the
you're
current.
actually going to be fighting the flow.
Would it be faster to fight the flow or travel the long way and follow the flow?
Well, someone has to roll me navigate for that information.
It's pilot?
No, navigate.
Isn't the
Who's our
half
navigator?
Isn't the half orc the navigator?
Half-orc.
Half-orc.
I'm a half orc.
I'm good at information. I'll navigate.
Hold on.
What is
I-
navigation based off of?
Yeah.
I'm not the navigator though. No.
Yeah, someone else navigate.
I can give you an intelligence check if that helps.
18.
There you go, 18. You know that it will take about 10, 15 days to go there. So it would actually be less to go and fight the flow.
Okay.
I'm sorry, no, 20. 20 days.
It'd be nice if this thing would actually, like, work. Sometimes I hate this sheet.
You hate the shit?
Sheet.
So it would take 20 days to get to Nith. Fighting the flow. Which you guys are beginning to do. Is there anything you would like to do before leaving Contria space?
That is supposed to say navigate, not investigate, but forget it. I was hoping for a crit.
Investigate.
I was being retarded.
You don't have proficiency in navigate, do you?
No.
It is a proficiency only skill, basically.
Never
How do
mind
you
then.
get proficiency in that?
How do you get proficiency in that?
Mhm.
You would have to do that
you-
in character creation.
Does
Well, no, you can
Didn't
have
know
someone
that was
train
an
you.
option.
And you can have someone train you, yeah.
If you have someone train you, it takes like 200 something days.
does
It was one of the new
Roderick
skills that was introduced along with pilot and repair.
Okay.
does Roderick have
I will start
navigation?
learning navigation then, so in 200 days I'll hopefully can pick it up.
Who's
Is that
going to
doable?
teach him then?
Okay.
Doc, does Roderick have
Uh,
navigation?
Roderick does not have navigation.
Okay, never mind then.
And
He has repair.
I mean, I like him for that. He's actually pitching in here. It's great. Um,
Yes.
sorry, was I supposed to do something?
Fly the ship.
Oh, okay.
so do we have a pilot besides Frawl?
Captain.
I can pilot in a pinch.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Who's besides me is proficient in it?
Me.
Just you. Okay.
Only me
Just
that I
checking.
know of, yeah.
I mean, I can fuel the ship, but I
Yeah, I'm just
I can't do
asking
anything.
proficiency. That's all. Okay, I'm just checking.
I picked up pilot and navigate, and I have mending spell for repairing things.
Alrighty then. So, on our way.
Yep. Away we
Oh, you see there, it costs money, so you better pay me if I'm gonna give you flight instructions.
But only 1 GP a day.
No, I'm a high-end trainer. At least 1 platinum per day. It's
We've
like
seen you fly.
minimum I can.
You do understand we've
yeah,
seen
that,
you
that
fly.
might have worked before he saw you fly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you guys talk about? I've been just okay, fair.
But anyway, you begin to learn from Frawl. Is Frawl going to teach you navigate?
I mean, he can look at me flying. I don't know if teaching. Yes, some. I guess. Can I teach without Frawl knowing he's teaching?
Most of space travel is go in that direction. Okay, I'm gonna stay here and make sure that everything's
Yeah,
okay.
It's mostly
So-
kind of mathematics and making sure you don't run into shit.
Point it in the right
It's a
direction,
lot like-
and you're halfway there.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Frawl is always talking to his parrot, and Elix is just picking all of that up, and that's the way he's learning from like backseat driving.
What is pilot?
You-
What
you-
does?
You okay with that, Terry?
I'm good as gold.
Cool.
All right.
Pilot
What
I
is
just
off
needed
of
to
pilot based
justify
in
it in
Dex?
character.
Dex.
I'll pick it up later. I don't have the money to do it, but I will pick it up later. Just so we have another person who can pilot. I can't navigate. My int is 10. Be a really bad navigator.
Have
What are
you-
the 2 skills
do you
for
have
navigation
spell?
and pilot?
Pilot is Dex, navigate is intelligence.
I
You
would be
can't
better at
actually
navigate.
pilot unless you have
Magic.
magic.
Oh, could I
Ah,
use key?
No.
Okay, then I can't pilot.
There are
this
specific
helm is not designed
helms.
for side points, so
Yes, there are specific helms for side points or key.
So there's.
You guys don't have it. You have a
Pilot.
magic one.
What's repair based in?
Int.
Dex.
Int or
Is it
dex.
dex?
Well,
No, sorry.
Yeah, int or interdex,
Okay.
depending on the type of repair work.
yeah.
Okay. For ship work, I can't really do much then, because I can't pilot a ship. Am I into shit? So
Um,
I will find something later I can do.
so
Man the guns.
I can do that.
you guys are making your way to Nith space.
Yep.
Do you have 250 gold, Alex?
I'm sure I
I
can
think you can only
persuade
learn one
somebody
at
to
a
give it to
time. By the way, you can't.
I was kidding about getting paid. If Thrall doesn't
Is it going
know,
to take nearly a year to get there?
No, it's
so
taking
he
20
just wants-
days.
He just wants to start the
I'm
process
just starting
now.
the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have a lot of travel time. It's not a big deal.
Let's work out the details on this later. Let's go ahead and move
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So, you are making your way through to Nith space. On your way, through the flow. You are fighting the flow, and you can actually see that about 2 ships make their way by you by the time you guys are through.
intercept
Okay.
course or
That's actually going to be something, Casey. So
I figured, but I figured
Can we-
you'd get to it in your own time. That's why I sent
Okay.
it in as a message.
okay. The first ship that you see within about 5 days is a squid ship manned by what appears to be a bunch of lizardmen.
That's unusual.
even more tentacles. Damn it!
It's
Go
probably
wide
not the,
berth of that.
could be
Yeah,
anything.
you hit
Squid chips.
Yeah.
Squid chips are disgusting and damp, so that's a perfect
Yeah.
place to lay their eggs.
Oh,
So it's not
that's-
that unusual.
Well,
That's even more disgusting.
it's unusual to see a squid ship manned by anything other than illithid. I suppose, though, with
Their
most of the
entire
illithid
population
gone,
is decimated. Yeah.
Hitchhike.
I imagine there are a lot of
That's
squid
scavenged
ships
it,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
right,
just-
I realized for a long minute that I don't even register it in my head, and I look over and I like sorry, didn't mean
Yeah.
that, you know. You know how it is.
You gotta go
You
racial
guys
sensitivity
are
training now.
completely forgetting what squid ships are. That is a squid ship.
That's
Yeah.
2 tentacles.
Oh, sorry,
That's
I thought...
2 too many.
It's what we
I'm-
used to fly,
I'm thinking-
guys.
I'm thinking nautiloid. Sorry, not a squid ship.
Yeah, I was about to say you guys are thinking not only.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not a nautiloid. If you were to see a nautiloid, that would be a problem.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
we're level
was
4.
weird.
It has 45 hull points. I drool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's, see,
that was actually
that's a
ish.
nicer ship. Yeah.
It is a nice ship.
Now that is a nicer ship, yes.
It has
You guys-
grasping arms and a big ram.
This
Anyway.
old
Anyway,
lady has served us well. We didn't die twice. I think
Move it.
that's.
are they like? We won't have to divert course, will we? They're just passing.
No,
by.
I am though, because 2 tentacles are too many. So he's just keeping a wide berth.
You don't have to. The lizardmen look friendly enough.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure they do.
I'm just doing it out of like because we just had a tentacle encounter, and I have had enough of that.
They are flying a green flag with what appears to be a cartoonish sort of rendition of a lizard with teeth.
What's a
Yellow
green flag?
teeth. A green
What's
flag.
a green flag?
It's a flag
Green
that's
flag.
green.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
On their sails.
Let me put it this
Oh,
way.
you mean what
Does
it means?
Does it mean something? Does it say
Oh,
like we have the
no,
plague
no.
or
No,
we are traitors?
the second one.
It's just their
The
flag.
second one is the signal flag, which is a color which means we are sailors, basically. That we are traveling. That's all.
Okay then.
And that they're
Do
friendly.
we,
All is well. We're just traveling.
Yeah.
Right,
Continue.
exactly. Exactly.
do we have a flag like that we raise?
Every sailing ship would have
Yes.
signal flags.
Yeah.
You
We,
pretty much
we
need
are
them.
we are sailors. We dislike squids.
I don't think that flag exists.
No.
You could write one though.
Technically, if you wanted to make that statement, you would have your normal sailing flag and punctuate it with an illithid head on top of the flagpole.
Well, we have
Yes, it
a
would be.
flagpole and we have an illithid. I'm just saying, and I'm gonna leave it there and let's continue.
That is the international flag for we're sailors and we dislike illithid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hate you too.
Well, sure, you can hate us, but at least we're not killing you for what you are. I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, giving you a hard time in our own thoughts for what you are, you can't blame us for.
Sure we can. Watch him.
Okay, well, it's a lot less extreme than the alternative.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
You actually watch as they go by. A few of them on deck are waving. And you actually see as one of them takes a cask of something and kicks it towards your ship.
Cool.
A what?
A cask.
Cask
Cask.
of something.
Oh.
Large or small?
They're either giving
Yeah.
a traveling gift, or they're sending poison across so that we kill ourselves and they can take our ship.
About how big is it, Doc?
Yeah.
It's about the size of a good-sized cask made for, like, wine or ale.
I'm
I'll
just
retrieve
gonna do. Oh yeah, cool. I'm
And
just
you
gonna do a
retrieve it.
quick magic detection on it, just to make sure.
It is not magical.
Okay, just making sure.
Do you open it? Yeah, it does. Okay, does. You
If it's
have
lethal,
received
kill
the
him
cask.
first.
Oh, lovely. I hope you signaled a thank you to them.
Thrall stops mooning them and